Alright, so today I'm going to start on the base. Get rid of this. I already laid out where I'm going to have my water area up here for the stream. So I'm going to start filling that in with foam. Then I'll cut the foam out and make it pitched so it goes down into the water. And that way it's got a little stream. That's how I like to do it. I'm sure there's many other ways to do it because I've seen many other ways to do it. So here we go. Actually, first I'm going to put something underneath this. Just put a little piece of plastic under it in case the foam falls through. That way I don't have to worry about it. Just so I don't get foam where I don't want it. And I'll foam around the bulkhead real good. That way it seals it up. And down the sides to build up the sides. Then I'll allow this to dry for a while and do its thing. And you put a little curb here at the front. Block the soil. Now I'll probably end up having to do 2 passes on this. You can't put too much foam at once for the height. I'm going to let that expand for a while, and we're going to go from there. And now I'll just let that expand and do its thing. I'll come back, probably put another pass or 2 on it. And build it up the way I like it. So we'll be back after this builds up. And I'll start cutting down the other pieces of foam. Okay, so I let the foam dry and I started carving everything out. All I did was carve it out with the X-Acto knife and just a regular old pocket knife, to be honest with you. Cut it out the way I want it to. So I did have to raise a little section over here for the dam because I want a little bit more water in here than I had before with the way the foam came out. And then I just cut this down. That's drying right now, that's why it's not cut out. Cut this down to pitch towards the water area. So once the water's pumped out up and through here, so when the water comes up out of here, there'll be some rock and stuff in there. I'm going to cut that down. That way it's a little bit lower. And it'll flow down here into the water area. There's the pump I'm going to use. The pump's going to hide in here again. So we're going to have the pump in here. I'm just going to jack this up with a coupling. I'm going to make it look more like a tree soon. But this is basically going to be a tree. And it's going to filter. I'm just going to take a test cap for doing plumbing. Once that's cleaned up a little bit, it'll fit right in there and it'll close off the top so nothing can get in there. But if I have to access it for the pump, I can pull that right out. The wiring will just run right out the back and out the top because I'm not drilling this tank. So that's where I'm at now. And then this, of course, is going to be land. I will show in the next video. I am going to make this into a tree. I'm going to put a little bark theming kind of on the... And it's going to look like a creepy tree. It's not going to be like a regular tree. So, it's going to be like a tree that some kind of disease is taking over. I'll get some Spanish moss to drape over it, some live Spanish moss to drape over it when I'm done. And yeah, it'll look pretty cool. It'll look like a dead tree, kind of. I'm thinking about painting it. I'm probably just going to keep it black, but even if I paint it, I'm probably going to paint it black. If you do paint it with the dry lock, it'll fill in all the holes. It'll make it uniform. And I will show this being sealed, which is really simple. I'm just going to take, once this is dry, I'll take a little silicone, of course, aquarium safe, and I will just smear silicone all in here, getting all the cracks and crevices and basically waterproof this thing. That's how I did my other one. Right here, that's how that's all made. So it works just fine. I mean, this thing's been up and running. It's got fish in it. This thing's been up and running for a while now, so it's not, has no leaks. It seals it up wonderfully. It's a little foggy, but this gets condensation all over the glass at night, so I don't even have to water anything. I'm gonna get some tree frogs for in here. It's just got fish in it right now. So, but that's gonna be how I seal this one also. They're basically going to look the same. Down here, since this is for Oriental firebelly toads, this will all be built up with some rock and sand. It'll have a deeper area and then it'll be shallower. They kind of live in swampy rice paddy areas in nature, so that's what I'm kind of trying to mimic, but it's going to be in my style, of course, because I don't do things normal. I don't like it. Not that I don't like it, it's just I'm having fun with what I do. So I just use 100% silicone. This stuff works great. It sticks to everything. And like I said, just 100% silicone. No additives, anything like that in it. And that's what the top's going to look like. So like I said, I will cut down the water entrance here. That way it's a little lower. And then there'll be some rock and stuff in here. Inside the tree will be the filter, sponge, and then I'm gonna try and get some lava rock or some bio rock for in here, just to make the water flow over and get a good bacteria going. You cannot seal the foam, but it will leak through, most likely, eventually. That's what happened to my other one. I was testing it and it was leaking through in spots because the foam is porous. So I just coated it with silicone, took care of the problem. That thing's been running for a while now. I had to let it, I let it acclimate and everything for the fish. So. But anyway, thank you all. Please subscribe. Please hit a like button. I will be doing a foam background on here. And on the side, probably. On the one side and on the back wall. I'm floating a couple ideas. I might do a few other things with the tank. Make it look a little creepier, but I like that kind of look. So, thank you all, and have a good day.